Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. So on our right side as the blue Ethiopian, we have No Today Sepoy guy. So on the left side as the red Sioux, we have MFD. Let's go and take a look and see what natives on the map. We do have the House of Fenar. Looks like we got the Greeks. Everzone, the Greek skirmish with high hit points, particularly strong versus heavy infantry, and got the Boyars, heavy hand cav from Waleka. Waleka. And that is the only set of natives on the map. Native Greeks. Granary is going on and up. Of course, we got the market here as well. It has a handful of cattle. Does find himself a water bison. Fast as fuck boy. And dots. Gotta love these explorer names. That has been deployed on the field, providing 10 population housing. You monster. And the other player does have a deck selected. He does have the Trinity, ships 2 villagers and 1 Aben. Villagers construct buildings, and that's the basic description. And the Hiwat philosophy. Technologies available in the mountain monasteries are cheaper and research faster. Oh yeah, the Ethiopians have the mountain monastery, which will allow him to use these unique priests and collect up gold themselves. Does have access to more villagers, chest of coin, chest of influence, a prize bowl, a particularly fattened cow containing 750 food, which can be fattened even further. Delivers 1 big Benny. If you get that twice. 6 Gaizian, heavy range infantry, throws javelins faster, closer targets, yada. Hotel warriors, band of Kenya mercenaries, the facade castles. And also delivers 3 tokens of influence as well. Wait, does that mean... Yeah, that should be 2 sacks of influence there. 100, not bad. Fazu Gili gold improves all gold gathering rates by... It doesn't actually say. I need to get to the next age for me to see that. Jesuit allies, European adventurers armed with a gun, riding horseback. So it sounds like, yeah, 7 conquistadors. Tokens of influence, 8 semi-fattened cows, 1 livestock market builder, Oromo warriors, Gaussians. I really don't know much the Ethiopian loadout. Nefianti. I can't pronounce any of these names. Sebastopol mortar. I think I know that one. Zibananis. Increase the hit points of Nephian hit points by 10% and adds 0.05 siege armor. Geo Riders, Javelin Riders, and Ormo armor and attack increase 20% of damage and 0.1 armor, 10% armor. Mighty Meadowcun ships additional rods, defiant attack improved. And more Jesuit allies, Sevastopol mortars, Somali allies. There's semi-Drada militia. Militiamen at the Drada clan specialize in countering artillery and ships. And the Roof of Africa boosts all food gathering rates plus 25%. Does not affect the livestock gathering rate. And his opponent, the Sioux. Villagers, wood, gold. Kitten bowmen, club warriors, axe riders, raiders, cavalry damage, Kokala soldiers, camp improvement, great hunters, 8 villagers, wood, more rifles, axe raiders, cavalry combat, more rifle riders, Kokala soldiers, giant support, 6 axe riders increases hit points of all axe riders by 20%. North American trade. Villagers generate coin while gathering natural resources, particularly from livestock or wild animals, not livestock. More rifles. Akinta. Significant increase of all Lakota warriors, but reduce their damage against villagers. Ashuka Prowlers, just a unit, and 13 Bison, and can be brought in infinitely. It should combo well with the increased gold income as well. Now got a round of Axe Raiders now on the field, ready to raid these villagers. They are basically a Hussar variant. They do a little less damage for the shock, or just range cavalry. Our Schwar is supposed to be their counter. No bonus damage versus villagers, but they do have good 35 damage. They do less damage versus walls. In that case, it may be a good idea for the Ethiopian player to pull out some walls along that cliff face. Does take up the Explorer, which of course does respawn over time. He's going for a round of these Javelin Throwers, which they do bonus damage versus cavalry, such as Axe Riders. We've also got the Bowmen here, which could do bonus damage versus heavy. These guys are classified as heavy infantry, so the musketeer variant, if you just would imagine, and that's on their hand attack as well. So these guys are musketeers. They've got a line of ordnance Persidos, which are a crossbow. There's about the war hut here. These guys do have 22 siege attack, have reasonable siege attack. These crossbows, of course, have pathetically bad siege attack of 8. When none firing flame arrows at them would not do a whole lot of damage. Also, they should have replaced the flame arrow attack with a regular arrow attack, because it's basically the same thing. It better conveys how much damage they do. In other words, pathetically horrible. More crossbows been put on the field. Looks like the mountain monsters are eyeing to go for gather a coin with 25% influence rate. Crossbows do get a volley there. These archers do have 16 range. The crossbows do also have 16 range as well. 15 damage, 100 health. 100 health, 16 damage, so they're very similar. 3 attack speed, 1.5 attack speed, so they fire twice as quickly. Okay, they're sort of significantly better. Let's fall back to the mountain monster here, which will provide some good health regen. I do got a palace builder there. That should be a decent outpost to fight from. Has 1 AoE, so can do some bonus damage here. Ooh, that Emir immediately goes down. And now he's bringing some infantry breastplates. Of course, the cannon doesn't do a lot of damage in this age. Let's get some good hits there onto the crossbows. Archers gain some decent damage on the crossbows. Crossbows are having trouble firing, looks like. He is fighting for the castle, which is good. The bit of AoE damage it does do is doing okay work. Shipment soon be available for the Ethiopian player. He may want to get the Jesuit allies, 7 conquistadors, which are probably light range, not heavy range, in which these guys actually no, maybe not. These guys, of course, are skirmish like any bowman. They're basically skirmishers, archaic skirmishers, which they do bonus efforts like cavalry. So going for the Jesuit allies is probably not a good idea. They are countered. Let's probably go for. I suppose these guys also countered being heavy units. Probably the shock infantry is probably better. The Shotel warriors will do bonus damage versus the archers. Now trying to torch down this trading post. In actuality, we do have a large number of trading posts obtained by red. Of course, it would take a significant amount of time because crossbows, like as mentioned beforehand, do pathetically low melee siege damage. has gone down though. More crossbows being pulled on the field. I got some we'll call it soldiers here. Because they do bonus damage versus infantry. Of course, the javelin throwers are bonus damage in melee. As Amir will go down, gotten out of the wave of conquistadors on point of view. It should be very effective versus the axe raiders though, being a dragoon variant. Do a bit of AoE damage as well. I suppose having those Tokala dog soldiers put out like that, going for these conquistadors did some decent work there. But the bowmen are still outclassed. The crossbows are still outclassed by the bowmen. And he is focused on down the conquistadors. Let's get some more crossbows deployed on the field.
Scene.
Now I got a line of Shotel warriors, exactly what he needs. The do bonus damage light infantry, which are the skirmish. The bowmen are light infantry. He really should either mix in some more Shotel warriors. He is going to mix some more Shotel warriors now. Very good. Their siege damage is also pathetically low. He could try getting out some Eva zones here. Skirmishers with high hit points. Those opponents not pulling out any heavy infantry. So maybe not. So these club wars in the field, are they classified as shock or are they classified as heavy? They are classified as heavy. Trying to make his advance. The club warriors will do bonus damage to the shock infantry of the Shotel warriors. Now they're starting to engage. Crossbows just need to start to focus on the bowmen. If not, if he sees the clubmen, it can be hard to see. He needs to focus those down. Does take out the war chief there. Another good target there. Shotel warriors trying to dance around, trying to get these bowmen. And these club warriors, they do a lot of bonus damage to the shock infantry. He does lose all Shotel warriors, thanks to his handful of club warriors. He's got both of those units there. Does get a volley there. Of course, castle damage still not great. Going for a wave of hand cannoneers, which they will still receive bonus damage from these bowmen. I don't think those cannoneers are good items at this moment in time, though they are. You have the damage absorption effect. Not sure what he should go for. Well, actually, the influence. Start pulling out some influence-based items. More cows being employed on out. War hut, another war hut's going on out. He's getting out more of the axe riders. He does have some good Javeliers here. He's trying to push on forward. The hired cannoneers. Oh, they're not the ones that have damage absorption, do they? They do have siege attack, but they do bonus less damage versus the light range and versus cavalry as well, barring head range cap. But now these axe riders are pushing forward. And overall, I think the Ethiopian composition has not been good so far. Cavalry is now engaging melee, exactly what it needs to do. Going for the can't moves there, and it looks like the Ethiopian player does back the game now, just losing too much. Overall, getting bad compositions, I would say. This is Anchor saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.